Now we're going to move to standard OA2. OA2 asks us to write and interpret simple numerical expressions without evaluating them. So we're just going to write and maybe even interpret some expressions, but it's not our job to solve them. Before we get into writing or interpreting any of our numerical expressions, we need to define some key terms and words. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. Product, answer to multiplication. Sum is the answer to addition. Difference is the answer to subtraction. More means to add. Less means to subtract. Times, multiply, split or share, divide. There are other key terms, word clues, and definitions that you'll see, but these are some of the main ones that we'll see and use when interpreting and creating our expressions based off of sentences and mathematical problems. Okay, let's start with this expression. It says the sum of 6 and 2. What we just discovered, or what we just said, was sum means it's the answer to an addition problem. So we know that we're adding. So let's start by placing in our addition symbol. It says the sum of 6 and 2. So we know our two numbers will be 6 and 2. So the sum of 6 and 2 would be 6 plus 2. All right, our next expression. It says 4 times the sum of 6 and 2. We just finished the sum of 6 and 2, and we said that sum means addition. So we'll add our addition symbol again. The two numbers that we're adding are 6 and 2. So I'll put my 6 and my 2 there. It says 4 times the sum of 6 and 2. So it's not 4 times 6. It's not 4 times 2. It's 4 times 6 and 2. So we have to put these in parentheses. And now we can put the 4 on the outside and our multiplication symbol, which is given to us by the word times. Our next expression is the quotient of 6 and 2. The key word here is quotient. Quotient means that we are going to divide. So the quotient of 6 and 2 means 6 divided by 2. The quotient of 6 and 2 would simply be 6 divided by 2. Our next expression will be 2 times the quotient of 6 and 2. Again, quotient means divide, and it's the quotient of 6 and 2. So we know we're going to have a division symbol. And our two numbers that we're dividing are 6 and 2. And it says 2 times the quotient of 6 and 2. So not 2 times 6 and not 2 times 2. It's 2 times the quotient of 6 and 2. So we know it will be 2 times, parentheses, 6 divided by 2. All right, now we're going to go from numbers to sentences. So here I have 21 divided by 7. 21 divided by 7 is, or can be written as, the quotient of 21 and 7. If I added 12 to this, it can be, you can write it in 2 different ways, possibly more. But I'm going to put 12 more than the quotient of 21 and 7 because I divided first and then I added my 12. So again, it will be 12 more than the quotient of 21 and 7. If it helps you out, you can solve the expression, make it an equation and solve it, and then figure out what the answer is, and then see how you would describe it or solve it or even explain it in word form. If you can explain it the way you solved it, then more than likely your answer is correct.
Everything I do, everything I do, everything I do it in a boss way.